If time is currency, then energy is the real capital. At Tespack, we try to empower people in order to make them energy independent. The aim for Tespack is for people to have a complete mobile experience. In the future, at Tespack, we envision that you will be able to charge all your mobile devices from our smart packs wirelessly. The idea of solar smart packs was born when I was in the Special Forces while on deployment in remote areas where we didn't have energy. Based on that experience, we started developing a solution that would enable extreme adventurers and people in the outdoors to create their own energy for their mobile devices while traveling. We needed to do what Tesla did for the electric car. We needed to create a product that was desirable, that was beautiful and practical. So in the last 12 months, Tespack has been proven to be a reliable source of energy for filmmakers, for extreme adventurers, for research scientists.
Caritta, this year we invited you to talk a little bit about your experiences in the startup scene and of course with a focus on the Nordics. We had Thomas mentioning it a little bit before, but you're the expert, so let's dive deeper into that. Let's jump right into it. So you guys, you and your founders, you met in London during university, but then you actually decided on founding back in Finland. Why that?
Yes, that's correct. There's currently 3 co-founders at Tespack. We all started back in London, different fields, different times. And our founder and CEO, Mario, he moved to Finland to work for another renewable energy company. And after that, he decided to open Tespack as based on his own experiences back in Special Forces. So I joined the whole vision. I was so intrigued and I got really excited about the vision he had for providing mobile energy to individuals. And at that time, Finland just seemed like the perfect location to really start with. To be honest, we are extremely tiny, small country, for those who are very aware of, which actually can provide a good opportunity when you're launching a comeback. There is a saying that says that it's better to start in a small region and a small country. In case something goes wrong or you fail, there's only a few amount of people that will know about it. And then you can move on to the real markets.
Great. Okay, so you test market in Finland, but by now Tespack has moved really internationally. So what are your learnings regarding scaling your business in Europe and beyond?
It is true. Right now we have our headquarters in Helsinki. So to be honest, it's been going quite well in Finland. But since the beginning, when we founded Tespack, we knew that the markets are international markets. Like Finland would just provide us basically that jump start to really get started. There's a lot of talent in here. There's a lot of incubator. Right now, there's a lot of incubators and accelerators. But from the beginning, we knew that we need to look abroad to international markets. And I believe that that should be, of course, overall for any startup, some of the keys. Like rather than focusing on very small, it's always better to look big. And for us, we tend to typically focus on those markets that might be a little bit tricky to get into, like South America, Africa, Southeast Asia, but that can provide a lot of great opportunities for growth and expansion. And that's been the key why we wanted to hire that kind of key people and key talents from these regions as well that can really support our international growth.
So you said your headquarters is in Finland, but yeah, you're already so international regarding also your team. Now we have the big challenge of the coronavirus and everything is actually remote. Do you really think, or do you think that the location from the headquarters or where to found the company is relevant or maybe loses its relevance in the future?
Sure, that's a very good point. And if you were to ask that question a year ago or 2 years ago, I think my answer might be a little bit different. But because of COVID and what has been happening, I mean, everyone has moved working remotely. And what is more important, we are using virtual tools. Pretty much all the meetings are done virtually. Everything can be handled behind your laptop or behind your screen. So in that sense, right now, even most of the countries right here in the Nordics or Estonia, you can easily open up your company online, even in English. Everything can be done pretty much online. So in that sense, it is very true that you could open up your company pretty much in any location, but you don't necessarily need to be present in that region. And I do believe that's one of the advantages that COVID has brought for us, that everything has moved on virtual environment, which means that most of the things can be done behind our screens. So that really saves us time, it saves us a lot of efforts, and it also provides the opportunity to really explore those markets and regions that perhaps previously we might not have had the opportunity.
So you already mentioned it, but maybe you can elaborate a little bit more on that. With Tespack, you're providing energy, mobile, and your vision is to really to provide it everywhere. With Corona, did you have an impact on your business model? Did you think in different directions?
We did. I think pretty much any company or person, there has been an impact that Corona has made on them. Both, in my opinion, I believe there has been both a negative, definitely negative impact, but there's also been a lot of positive impact and opportunities. For example, we focus on hardware. So naturally, when half of the world went on a lockdown mode, and a lot of manufacturers, suppliers, they got affected by that, which basically got a lot of delays in terms of our production line. Not to mention, even right now today, if we look on the transportation and logistic industry, it's nothing like before because a lot of airports are closed. There's a lot of couriers that cannot provide exact timelines on the shipments because of these airport regulations. So yes, there are definitely challenges that we have to work around. But in my opinion, this has just provided us a new way to look into any other potential challenges that might come in the future. So overall, we have been able to work around on everything. And in comparison to so many other companies and people that have gone through with a lot of more negative impact, I think we have been in a very, very fortunate place. Like overall, there has been a lot of amazing opportunities that the Corona has also provided. If you look many companies, everyone is right now shopping online. So e-commerce is booming, online businesses are booming. So there's a lot of, businesses and opportunities that can be utilized if you just, focus on online business. In our sense, there has also been a growing understanding among agencies and NGOs about the importance of having access to mobile energy, which has actually made also then our job and our sales basically slightly easier when we don't need to be explaining so much about our solutions. There's already that understanding on the field, what it means to be locked down, isolated at your house, and not having those access to energy. Not to mention right now, because of the virtual environment or the world that we have, many people tend to think that, okay, this is a really bad thing. I cannot meet with my customers. I cannot travel. This is going to really affect my business. But in my opinion, that can be actually switched around because of this new environment. Everyone is willing to have meetings and phone calls virtually. So that is an opportunity to utilize. So right now, if you wanted to expand to a new market, previously you would have to fly there, you would have to meet with the people, you have to present, and that could require a lot of funding, time and so on. Now you can just contact the right company or the customer in the region and do everything virtually because there is this existing global understanding that it's okay not to meet face to face. Right now, business has to be done online. So overall, it has provided us more time. I feel that I've been even more efficient in so many ways when I have not been traveling like before.